Hello, everyone. Welcome to my channel, Drop the Tea, and thank you guys so much for coming to my channel. And how is everyone doing tonight? I see Pisces Life was the first one in. She says hi and good night. All right. Hello, Pamela Queen. Hello, Sonia. Hello, Capricorn Flower. Hello, Virginia. Welcome, everyone. Welcome. Make sure this is not too loud. All right, so we're going to be talking about a couple of different things tonight. I started a little bit of surviving Lake Lanier. I started a little bit of that last night, but I'm still working on getting that finished. So I'm looking at that so we can discuss that on Friday. Also, you see my thumbnail. What's next for Melody? Do you guys think that she's going to be coming out with a spinoff of Love and Marriage Huntsville? Or do you think they'll be able to own, I'm speaking of, will be able to persuade Melody to come back in Love and Marriage Huntsville? And if she puts some demands in, do you think, that she will come back? What's next for Carlos King? Do you think he's ruined his reputation? Do you think he'll be blackballed in the industry? Do you think a lot of women now will not want to work with him? What's next for Martel Holt? If Love and Marriage Huntsville is not going to be renewed, what do you think is his next move? Do you think he'll be going to jail, or do you think he, will be out here trying to maybe scam? Do you think he might ask Melody for help? Also, we're going to talk about Phaedra Parks. What do y'all think? Do y'all think that Phaedra fit in with Married to Medicine, or do you think she's a better fit for Roa? Do you think some of the women on Married to Medicine is jealous of Phaedra? Let me know what you guys think in the chat. And also, Dr. Heavenly and Damien. What are they hiding? Did they make some type of pact when they got married? Because, he's a very intelligent doctor and she's a dentist in her own right. But it's like Heavenly overshadows him and she is so ghetto. I don't see what he's seeing her. I know they have kids together, but their kids are grown. So, some people will stay there because of their kids, but their kids are grown. Why is he still hanging on to Heavenly? Is it because she maybe allegedly and for entertainment purposes only? Maybe she let him do what he want to do. Because she's already said that even if he did step out, she's not going to leave him. And that's Dr. Heavenly's first boyfriend and husband she ever had in her life. So I think if he leave her, she might go absolutely crazy. So tell me what you guys think in the chat. And everything I say on my channel is allegedly and for entertainment purposes only. Anything I say on this channel is all alleged and in my very own opinion. It's for entertainment purposes only. It's all alleged and for entertainment purposes only. Let me get my banner up here. And y'all know we got to get past the 10-minute mark. Let's see who we have in here. Hello, Angela. Hello, Yvonne. Hello, Purple Queen. Hello, Scorpion Vibes. Hope that's right. Okay, you think he'll be blackballed? Okay. Pisces lives are more body products and movies for Melody, more lawsuits for CK, and prison for Martell. Okay. Hello, my member, Proud Mimi. Hello. You said Elaine is hiding her husband's mixed children. Okay. I think Mel has other business besides Love and Marriage Huntsville. She is focused on like her beauty brand. Yes, she does. Capricorn Flower. Yvonne, to me, neither of the shows never cared for her. Okay. Who do we have? Don. What is that? Don Siebert Willis. Hello, everyone. And drop the T and everyone. Hello, hello. Purple Queen. So she's letting him cheat in peace. Okay. Oh, sorry about that. Sorry about that. Let me get that corrected there. Thank you. Uh, oh Lord, why did I spell that like that? Let me get that corrected. Hello, Carol. Hello, Mississippi Thoughts. More jail time for loafers. Okay. Melanie, bigger, better opportunities. Martell. Don't pass. Go straight to jail. Okay, Virginia. Okay. No problem. Thank you. If I'm wrong about something, y'all let me know. Don't be having me out here looking bad. All right, we're almost at the 10-minute mark. So my ads can settle into so they can get settled in here, because when I don't do that, it messes up everything. So I'm just trying to make sure I let my ads get settled. How is everyone doing tonight? Well, y'all know I'm in Wisconsin, and I don't know. Um, we don't know if it wants to be cold, hot, or spring. We don't know. Every day we wake up, it's something different. Um, so it's just all over the place with our weather, and I don't like it, because that's how you end up sick. And then there's a lot of new viruses going around. And I know Sassy T from the 803 was saying wash your hands constantly, because there are new, germs going around, new viruses. And I've been trying to like fight a cold, like it's like I'm trying to get a cold, but because I keep taking the cold medication, um, it can't come all the way out. All right, let me fix that there. All right. All right. Well, I do appreciate you guys, and thank you very much for coming over to my live. We are past the 10-minute mark, so we're going to get started here. Everything I say on my channel is alleged and for entertainment purposes only. It's all alleged and in my very own opinion. As you come in, if you can hit the like button, I would really appreciate it. Also, follow me on my other platforms, which are Facebook, Instagram, and got my TikTok back, y'all. TikTok, drop the T. And please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. If you're new here, welcome, welcome, welcome. And if you like what you hear, and we would love for you to become a Tea Drops. That's what I call my subbies, Tea Drops. And I am working on getting me some merchandise for my channel. I'm still working on that to try to come up with a nice design for my name, Drop the Tea. So I'm trying to come up with a nice logo. So If y'all got some logos in mind that you can think of for me, you can either DM them to me or send them to my email, dropthet74@gmail.com. Or you can send them to my DM on Instagram, dropthet, TEAAA. And also, if you guys want to send me information and things like that, you can always send it to my email, dropthet74@gmail.com, or you can send them to my Instagram. You can DM me on my Instagram or Facebook, Drop the T as well. You can also send them there. All right, so let's get started here. We're past the 10-minute mark. And then also I've been seeing some stuff that's been going on out here in these YouTube streets, and it's just stupid. I don't go to channels that hate on male or bash male or bash other millimeters. I do not go to their channels. I do not subscribe to their channels. Now, sometimes I might go up there in the bushes if something going on, but as far as like subscribing to their channels and things like that, I don't do that. I know there's a lot of stuff going on with Wanda and things like that, and I just really wish she would just come on here, do her content, and that's it. If you got to talk about people, this and that, and Tisha should be ashamed of herself to let her mama get on here and do this. I would be embarrassed if my mama got on here and act like this. I would be embarrassed if she got on here and started drinking monkey back, monkey shoulders. I would be embarrassed. But some people ain't got no morals or standards or anything like that. So I guess it doesn't bother her. Let's see here. I'm glad everyone is doing good tonight. We have thunderstorms Saturday night and snow Sunday morning. Oh, wow. Hello, Charnel. Hello. All right, and happy birthday again. I hope you had a great birthday dinner. Scorpion Via says yes. Y'all be careful because she's right. There's a new virus going around. The bird flu is spreading rapidly, and it's a virus coming out called that SPARS. Oh, and then also, guys, the measles are coming back. I think it's in Texas where they got the measles coming out real bad. There's an outbreak of measles. Hello, my member Cindy. Hello, hello. Yeah, we hope you had a fabulous birthday. All right. Hello, Rabbits Running. No, I don't do that. They want to hate on male and all, and things like this. I don't understand. If you don't like the lady, that's fine. Yes, I want to talk about that. Scorpion Vibe. So, shout out to Queen Sheba. Shout out to Queen Sheba. I love Queen Sheba's channel. She has so much information and she gets right to the bottom of everything. So, I want to touch a little bit on Carlos. And this was when she showed it. Again, shout out to Queen Sheba. I was looking at this over her channel where it was, what is her name? Funky Dineva, Carlos King, Al Reynolds, and what is the lady name? She came to one of Mel's Mimosas with Melody. Claudia. And Carlos gets on there, Al Reynolds, them and Funky Dineva, they're just calm talking. Carlos gets on every show and he overdoes things. Okay, if you are GAY, that's fine. You don't have to go so overboard with it. Some people just take it completely overboard with it. They on there acting cool and collective. It's just him. He's the king of the black king of reality TV show, which I don't think you are not. What is her name that started Love and Hip Hop? Uh, what is her name? I had to think of her name. To me, she is the black king, excuse me, queen of black reality TV show. But Carlos seems to come along and thinks that that's his title. But what really got me was when he said that country bunkers, all they do in the country, and I'm not saying in Barbados, but it's have sex. So I took that as he thought that Love and Marriage Huntsville was a bunch of country bumpers that all they do is have sex and that they were dumb. Because that's how he put it. He said they have sex all the time. He said they don't do anything but have sex in the country. Now, if anybody else thinks that, drop it in the chat. So I think he thought that because they were some country bumpers, that he can run over them. Because he said you couldn't have took this show to like New York or nothing. It's made for the South. So he's calling these people Letitia, Marceau, Martell, Lemonhead, Kimmy, and them some country bunkers. That's how I took it. Mona Scott, yes. So I think Mona Scott to me is the queen of reality black television to me. Yeah, she does get a little messy over there on Love and Hip Hop. Yes, she does. But it's not to the extreme like Love and Marriage Huntsville is to me. You know, we all got our own different opinions. But when that just threw me for a loop when he said that all they do is have sex in the country. So he thought Melanie and them was some country bumpers and didn't know anything. But he had a rude awakening with Melanie. Melanie gave him a run for his money. So he thought that he could pull the same shit that he'd been pulling on other people, and he thought that he could pull it off, pull the wool over Melanie's eyes. But he didn't expect Melanie to be that intelligent and that smart. She trusted him in the beginning, but as she started, getting her foot wet in reality television, she started catching on because she's a quick learner. She catches on very easily. So he thought he was going to, you can tell, you can see people who have the it factor. Melanie has the it factor. She just has it. You can tell that she was made and born to be a star. She has that it factor with her. The other ones don't have it, but Melanie has it. And the other ones don't have it. And that's what they're jealous about. They don't have that star quality that Melanie has. So let me get back to Carlos. He thought that when he saw Melanie, he saw a star in her. There's no doubt about that. So as time went on, I think Melanie found him out. So he sees that Melanie had a large fan base and that her fan base is going to follow her wherever she goes. And that's good for a TV show because she's going to have viewers. She brings her viewership with her, which are her millimeters, her male supporters. So it was not good enough that he already had on Love and Marriage Huntsville. He wanted more the piece of the pie where he wanted her to be her TV manager because they get a percent. And he knows Melanie makes the money. She's going to get gigs. People are going to want to book her and things like that. So he wanted some of that money too. And when Melanie said no, she broke his ego to me. And it's like, to me, he says, how dare you say no to me? How dare you say no? That's how he took it. So he tried to make her life a living hell on Love and Marriage Huntsville by him having everybody come after her. And that's another thing. That's why I think he didn't take Martell off the show, didn't fire him, because he wanted to make Melanie's life a living hell. Now, don't get me wrong. He probably is the other people on the show TV manager, but Mel is the money maker. I think they get 20% or something like that. And he knew he could have been living off a fat rat. Think about it. If Martell would have took that 15%, Martell would have been setting good. Yeah, I remember when she had embraced beauty. She offered him 15%, and Coleslaw Choo Choo Train told him not to take it. So that's why she dissolved it. So just think about it. If he would have took that 15%, how good, his life probably would have been more better now. Because Melanie is popping all the time. Whatever Melanie put out, she sells out. So that 15% is looking pretty good right now. And Carlos King wanted a piece of the pie too. And Melanie said, hell to the fuck no. And that's why I think he had all these people on the show coming after her. I think that's why he didn't want to fire Martell. Add insult to injury. I believe he knew Destiny was going to talk about that grooming. He did that to try to embarrass Mel, thought maybe her millimeters or supporters was going to leave her. And we did it. And she just got more followers, more millimeters. That didn't do anything. What's next for Melody? Because they keep trying to get Melody to come back to that show. And people in the YouTube streets know that, other content creators who they're not millimeters or male supporters. They just, report, what they hear in the streets. They even know that if Melody don't come back to that show, the show is gone. Melody makes the show. The show is built around Melody. Because if they come back on, just say for instance they come back on, what are they going to talk about? Letitia doesn't, and Marcel don't want to talk about their infidelity. Maurice and Kimmy don't want to talk about their infidelity. Jesse doesn't want to say why her and Laberrick got a divorce, and he divorced her after their child was only 2 or 3 weeks old. So nobody was willing to talk about their life but Melody and Martell. Well, I'll take that back. Martell didn't want to talk about it. He wanted to hide it, but Melanie busted out. Nobody else is want to talk about it. We already know the story about Chris and Nell, how when he cheated on her, she was in the bed for 18 months to almost 2 years in the bed. She couldn't eat or sleep. She lost weight. Her hair and everything came out. So everybody knows that story. So Melanie is also having a TikTok live on Saturday. She will be dropping new products. What do y'all think the products are? Because remember, she's supposed to come out with a perfume for the Rose Vanilla. So do y'all think she's going to drop her new perfume Saturday? Or do you think she got some more body butters and oils? And my whole thing is Melody, I'm glad that she graced us with her present on Love and Mirror Huntsville, even though I know it was painful for her. But I thank her for that because I've met some wonderful people. And Melody is like a go-getter. She's gonna always go after her dreams. She's gonna always get to that bag. And she lets nobody stop her from that. With all the stuff that's going on now, an average woman probably would have broke down. Probably would have had a nervous breakdown, but Melody just keep moving. And when she needs to take breaks from social media, she takes breaks and then she come back, she's refreshed, and she keeps pushing. And that's what I like about her. She keeps pushing. When she needs breaks, she takes them. And, and then takes breaks from social media. Maybe a week or so, and then she come back, she ready. But we all know if you a millimeter or male supporter, you already know when Mel is quiet and we don't see her, she's getting to the business. She's standing on business. I can, one thing I do want to see. I hope when they go to family court, I think it's in March, that Melanie can, have her kids back on the show. And I think they could make you know, uh, she can have a spinoff about single mother, you know, how she's doing with, being a single mother and how she multitasks with, four kids and her business and things like that. And also with Miss Van and her brother Marcus, he does real estate. And I think Miss Van does real estate. How she, maneuvers through all of this. Because some people can't even do a one kid what Melanie's doing. And then also, I would be interested in seeing maybe a dating show with Melanie. Melanie, Shari finds love again. Something like that, I think would be really cool. Oh, okay. All right. Thank you, Chanel. Thank you for becoming a member again. Thank you so much. Melanie, she gives you drive. All right, Chanel. All right. Thank you so much. Um, let's see. Let me see what y'all are saying. And then I'm going to also start. I think her name is the little girl Nigeria. Am I saying her name right? I need to do some more research on her so I can start, seeing what's going on with that as well. Let's see. Okay, you think he's going to be going to jail? Okay. A lot of people that's on that show, without that show, they're not going to be nothing. They're not going to be anything because then we're going to see the real them. And guys, I was out here in this YouTube streets, and they had a thing of Letitia and Marcel and Melanie and Forbes. They said Letitia is worth, I think it's 10 million or 15 million, and Marcel is worth 5 million, and they say Melanie is worth 2 million. Have y'all seen that? Somebody got a Forbes thing flying around here talking about Letitia Scott is worth 10 million. Hey, she might be. I'm just saying. Did y'all see it? And Marcel is worth 5 million, and Melanie is worth 2 million. Did y'all see this Forbes thing that has been going around YouTube? And like I said, everything I say on my channel is allegedly and for entertainment purposes only. It's all alleged. Hello, Cindy G. Hello, Cindy, my member. Hello, hello. Let's see where we at. Right. I don't get down with that. With the bash. I'm not gonna go back and forth with nobody on YouTube. And especially not no older people. No, no, ma'am. They can have it. Whatever if they, I don't hear anybody say anything about me, but I would not go back and forth with these older people on here. Y'all go right, y'all go ahead on. Right. Yeah. He called them some country buckers. He said all they do is have sex in the South. Just saying. Maybe I'm not saying it verbatim as to what he was saying, but basically that's what he said. Yep, Mona Scott. Mona Scott, yes. Tiffany Thomas. I hope I'm saying that right. I think you told me how to say it before. Yeah, Mona Scott is doing her thing. Yeah, did y'all see when he called them some country bunkers? You said he was thinking of Martell and the Scotsman. Okay. Sonia, welcome, welcome. Yes, I think he's taking advantage of them too. Yes, Cindy. Yes. And again, thank you for becoming a member, Charnel. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes, Mama Scott, she stays behind the scenes. She don't come out, or do anything like that. She ain't all on YouTube. She ain't ain't fraternizing with her workers. I hope I'm saying that right. She ain't out here with them like that. But Carlos is. So I don't know if he want to be a producer or he want to be a content creator. He don't know where he want to go. Do you want to stay behind the scenes or do you want to come in front? Yeah, he fucked around to find out Melanie ain't like these other ones. Don Silver Willis. Yes, I'm back. Hello, hello. Okay, Sheila. Okay. Oh, so Mama D came out and said she ain't getting paid enough for being on Hip Hop Atlanta. Okay. You said he would have made more than what Carlos was paying him. Okay. Let's see here. We have D Truth. Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, D Truth. Hello, Carmen. Welcome, welcome. I haven't seen you in a while. Hello. Yes, I'm registered too, Sonia, for Melanie's TikTok live. I'm wondering, is she going to bring out her new perfume or is it going to be some more body butter? But I wonder what it's going to be. That's what I was saying, Scorpion. Vince, if Melody could get rid of all of the people, the cast right now, bring Sunny back, and they can do some business together because Sunny, flip houses and things like that, and Melanie does property preservation. She also had custom homes. So Melanie said she wanted to get back into building homes. So that could be something her, Miss Van, Marcus, and Sunny could look into doing. What do y'all think about that? Hello, CS. Hello, Thelma, my member. Hello, hello. Okay. You think they'll suffer? You said strawberry vanilla oil. Okay. Yeah, because remember she said she was gonna bring out strawberry something in March. Yep, she's been working. Thank you. Hello, Lori Bill. Hello, hello. Yes, you start watching because of Melody's concept and they messed it up. Okay. I wouldn't put it past Martell to try to bring the kids on the show, claiming he's showing his real life starting. He's just trying to be a dad. I hope she won't let him film with them. I hope so. I hope not either, Planner baby. Yes, I'm gonna start talking about that. I'm going to do a little bit more research on there so I can get to the, meat and potatoes of it to see what happened. You said lies that information is fake. Yeah, they said that she's worth 10 million and Marcel is worth 5 million. Did y'all see that floating around on here on these YouTube streams? They said Forbes said that. You said she has low money she has to pay back. Okay. You saw that too, Tiffany? Okay. I know I wasn't crazy. They said Tisha's worth 10 million, Marcel is worth 5, and Melanie is worth 2 million. I said, how is that? Hello, Nacho. Hello, Eat Heavily Cupcakes Forever. You said maybe possible in Monopoly. Okay. Hello, Stephen. Like they said, Martell is worth 10 million. Yes, they had a thing on her talking about Martell is worth 10 million. Talking about his portfolio. He owned houses and different things like that. I said, where the hell they get this information from? Where do they get this shit from? I said, okay. Right, CS, right. Martell is broke as a joke. Some are trying to make them look good while in the process of making Neil look bad once again. Right. Because y'all remember I put up that thing where they were saying Martell was worth $10 million. He got all type of cars, properties, businesses, and everything. I'm like, where the hell did these people get this shit from? Well, I guess somebody said you can put anything on Google, I guess. You said the Scots are broke. Right, Chronicle. Yeah. Um, but you can tell what he thought of them when he first started working with them. He thought they was some hillbillies, and let him tell it all they do is have sex. So I wonder where he got that from though. There's some very intelligent people there in Huntsville, some millionaires there that he didn't want on the show that was not messy. So I'm wondering where did he get that all they like to do is have sex. I wonder where he got that from. Right, Purple Queen. Hello, Deidre. Oh, thank you. Hello, my sweet. Hello. So what? Hello, Gaming with Phil. Hello, hello. I hope that Millie never ever trusts any of those people from Love and Marriage Huntsville again. No, I don't think she's gonna fool with them. She won't even mess with Nell. Oh, see, I said Tisha tells. I watch her too sometimes. Show So Tisha Tells showed how people can pay to put out fake articles about their life and finances. Really? Okay. I didn't know you could do that. I didn't know you can do that. So you can pay to have people put in Google and stuff, like you worth this amount of money and things like that. CS, we just so you can pay to put out fake articles about their life and finance. Oh wow. Okay. Okay. You said they got someone to write that line shit. Okay. Because I never knew you could do that. Monopoly money. Right, Mississippi, yes. Yep. Melanie was a millionaire before she even came on that show. Okay. Oh, okay. I did not know that on Wikipedia. Okay. Okay. Yeah, because I was wondering did anybody else see it on there. Okay. But they said you can pay people to put articles out about you like that. Yeah, I remember that Miles when he wanted the judge to make Melanie tell how much money she had. What fucking business it was that of his? It's not going to benefit you, sir. You got what you got in a divorce, in the divorce. So why would how much money she have? How would that benefit you, sir? Martell, that's why I say he's slow. I thought that was kind of odd when he was asking the judge to make Melanie show him her bank statements, her phone records, her passwords, and all that. Yeah, I remember that when he wanted the judge to tell Melanie to make Melanie give him her passcodes to her phone. Probably because that's when he was with Mel. You know that ninja is broke. Right. Mm, yes. Hello, Loretta. Okay, you said is that Naziah Harris case is very triggering. Just Google Jarvis. But okay. And guys, did y'all also see the young lady who left her 15-year-old, her 15-year-old son, her 12 and 13-year-old daughter in the house for 3 to 4 years? They never went to school. They never went outside the house or anything. She left them there, but she would drop off food once a week and put it on the porch. And the house was filled with nothing but feces, garbage all over the house. And the two daughters was sleeping on pizza boxes, and the son was sleeping on a mattress. And the only reason that they found this out was because the landlord said he didn't get any rent for December and I think January. And so he told the police to go do a welfare check. And when they did to do the welfare check, the police, that's when they discovered that the kids had been left there for 3 to 4 years. She was paying the rent and everything, but the house is in a mess. So when the son, now she would keep in contact, I think once a week with the son, but not the daughters. And so when the police came, the son tried to tell I guess he called the mama and said the police was here. And she told them to hide from the police, but it was too late. The police was already in the house. The kids could barely walk. They said their toenails were so long that the kids could barely walk. And this girl is only 34 years old. Now she all on Instagram and Facebook with her nails done, hair done, cleaning everything. And her other three kids living over here in this house for 3 to 4 years. She didn't live there no more, but she left them there. And somebody would put food on the porch, I think once a week. The girls were sleeping on pizza boxes. They got her butt and put her in jail. Um, let's see. Girl, I just, I have my daughter's 13. I don't see how nobody can do that. Yes, she get on my nerve, but I can't see like going like weeks or days or so without seeing her unless I'm out of town and not making sure she's fed, got a proper place to stay, she's groomed and stuff like that. This woman left these kids in this house for 3 to 4 years. They said they had to put hazmat uniforms on to go in that house because of how bad it was. They said it was garbage and trash piled up for like 4 to 5 feet in some of the rooms. The bathroom, they showed pictures of the house. That bathroom, it had feces and everything. It was disgusting. Let's see here. Give me just a second. You said yes, they do that all the time. My sweet says I'm going to have them put that out about me being a millionaire and will give you the exclusive laugh out loud. Hopefully I can expose them. All right, my sweet. Yeah, you know what? Some of these women are just disgusting, y'all. Some of these women are disgusting. Hello, Loretta. I saw that Ninja was bold to be all in her bank account and wanted the password like he's still the man. Yes. I don't know, Deidre. They trying to figure out how did these kids fall between the cracks where they were not going to school. Nobody did a welfare check or anything. Family members or anybody. The kids have not seen daylight except to open up the door to get the food. They didn't go to school or anything. They just stayed in the house watching TV. And they could barely walk because their toenails and things had grown out so long, the police said. Yes, proud Mimi, she needs to be under the jail. I don't see, and you should, they were showing pictures of her from her Instagram, and she was all nice and groomed and everything, and her kids. I don't know if y'all seen that house. That house was so disgusting. Proud Mimi, my member says that's crazy that they gave them to relatives. Where were the relatives all along? Now they want them. Right. Where's the fathers out of these kids? The grandmother, auntie, uncle, somebody. The pictures of the inside of that house was terrible. They don't know hygiene tasks or anything. No, the little girls, they don't know anything. That house, I was just, oh my God, I was just taken back. And she had them. So now make this make sense, guys. The son that was a 50-year-old got to sleep on the mattress, but the 12 and 13-year-old daughter was sleeping on pizza boxes. Do y'all think she has some type of vendetta against her daughters? Because she would keep in contact with the son, but not the daughters. They were the ones sleeping on pizza boxes. They didn't change clothes and brush their teeth, wash their face, nothing for years. And the neighbors didn't notice anything. They said they didn't smell anything or anything. I think people nowadays just usually you have some nosy neighbors and stuff. Like I have a neighbor across the street and one on the side of me. They're very nosy. If you buy anything new or they see anybody in your driveway, they'll let you know. They'll let you know. Yellow Red, I feel sorry for these kids. No problem, Mary. They talked to the neighbors. The neighbors said they didn't smell nothing. So you're sending prayers, yes. Let me find the article because I think some people have not seen it, but it's just shows you how this younger. Well, you know what? I don't. Not all of this generation, but some of these women are kids raising kids. If you did, but see, and I wanted to say, if you didn't want the kids, you could have, you know, a lot of things that you can do if you don't want your kid. You can go to the hospital, you can go to the fire department, you can go to a police station, and tell the people that you cannot, you cannot take care of your kids any longer, instead of just leaving them like that. But then on the other hand, what if the lady wanted the benefits for the kids, like the food stamp, medical, and if she was getting a cash benefit, or she needed them for tax purposes, because you got that many kids, you get a lot of money back from taxes. Then she wanted to keep her stamps and her Medicaid and things like that. So maybe that's why she didn't, turn them in. I'm just thinking. Let's see here. You said the father was in prison when he got out. She wouldn't let him see them, and he took her to court. She still kept them away. She was telling the family they were with different people every time they asked. Oh, let me look at that. Tamika Jackson says, I believe that he brought Stormy on to start a new storyline about Tisha and her family not paying for Kiki's funeral because she didn't talk about anything else, not even the girls' trip. Now, Tamika Jackson, y'all in the chat, that episode part 3 of the funeral for Love and Marriage Huntsville, y'all know I call the reunion 1, 2, and 3 a funeral. We're saying goodbye to Love and Marriage Huntsville. So I'm not talking about the Kiki funeral. May God rest her soul. May she rest easily and in peace. May she find eternal peace. But what I'm saying is that that part 3 of the reunion, that wasn't supposed to be there. Because y'all remember, like I told y'all, part 3 was supposed to be when Stormy was coming at Melody about the millimeters and her male supporters. So, Stormy came on there to bash Melody, but when it took a left turn, when Destiny started talking about the grooming and things like that, so they had to edit all that out and put something else in there. Because allegedly, and for entertainment purposes only, people started getting paperwork. Because you remember Melody said, you think I'm going to let y'all tarnish my legacy? Now, Destiny trying to backpedal and pussy pop that she didn't mean to say that. She said the wrong words. The reunion is supposed to go like this. This last one, if y'all can tell, that was edited out because it was supposed to be where people were going to get their phones and receipts. People were leaving off the stage, allegedly. That's what was supposed to happen. And some people receipts wasn't receiving. It was supposed to be a back and forth between Melanie and Stormy or somebody, and they did not go get the receipts. And y'all remember Martell said he had a secret he was going to expose. Not what Destiny said about the grooming. It was something else that he was supposed to say out of his mouth, but that never got out because Destiny fucked it up by going there talking about the grooming. So they had to hurry up and edit all that out before part 3 came on for the reunion. Just look at it. That wasn't how part 3 was supposed to go. You think Stormy just came out there to talk about she paid for Kiki's funeral? She could have said that on her YouTube. She came up there to bash Melanie, but because Destiny fucked it up with the grooming allegations, they had to edit all that out. So it didn't look like they were trying to bash Mel. And then, hostile work environment. So they had to take all that shit out of there. Good night, Purple Queen. Good night. Thank you so much for coming over, supporting the channel. Yeah, look at how that is. The part 3 reunion was not supposed to go like that. It was supposed to be another bashing male session there. So that's how it was supposed to go. They were supposed to bash Mel. Let me find this article here with this girl here because I did not see the part where they were talking about let me see here. I wanted to show the other part if they had any update on this lady here, on this lady that left these kids in his house for that long period of time. Let me see. I just want to see. Yeah, because I want to stay up on I want to stay up on the lady who left them kids in there to see what happened. Give me just a second. I just want to see if I can find this about this girl here. Give me just a second here, God. I just want to see if I can see it here. Let me go back over. Anyway, guys. So, yeah. So, what do you think should be done about this mother who left those kids in that house for 3 to 4 years? Do y'all think that she should be put in prison for child neglect? And I'm just praying don't nothing come out about the brother messing with those girls because they've been in the house, just the three of them for 3 to 4 years. They couldn't even go outside. They've not been to school or anything. So do y'all think that she should go to jail for this? Good night, Cynthia. Thank you so much for coming to support the channel. Do y'all think the young lady should go to jail for having those kids in that house in those conditions? Let me know in the chat if y'all think that she should be going to jail. Do y'all think maybe she needs some parenting classes? Or what do you think is the reason that she left those kids in that house and she moved out? But she left the kids in the house. Now, I know somebody just put in the chat that she didn't want the dad to have them. Okay, you think she should go to jail? Definitely. Okay. Hello, Pat Drive 64, my member. Hello, hello. Scorpion Biz says she should. Okay. He says she should rot in jail. Yes. Okay. Okay, you said she definitely should go to jail. Okay, because a lot of people are saying that we always think in putting mothers or fathers in jail, taking them away from their kids is the answer. Some of the people, need counseling, therapy, and things like that. Dolores said lock her ass up. You said yes. Okay. Right, D Truth. Yes. Yeah. Okay. But, a lot of people think, that they should not put mothers and fathers in jail. And then sometime when the kids just say they get put in foster care, they go to different families and they're split up. But, my personal opinion, I'm with you guys. She should be put in jail because it's not like she was in her 20s. This woman was 34, 35 years old. She kept them living long, she kept them living so she can keep on getting those benefits. She had sense enough to drop them off food every week. Sometimes they said, the neighbor said that they see either she would drop it off or she'll have other people drop it off, on the porch. She didn't even go in the damn house. So I wonder, what was she talking to her son about every week? Because she kept his cell phone on. Because when the police came there, he called her. And she telling them to hide. Hide? Oh, but like, oh, hell no. I want to get the fuck up out of here. I'm not hiding no motherfucking where. But see, too, another thing is this another thing that happens with families. When you give, just say they got taken away from her, right? They got taken away from her. They put them with a family member. The family member at times will let the parent have the kids back, but then when it's time for the caseworker or whoever to come over to visit the kids, they'll bring them back. Now, y'all know a lot of families do that. I'm just keeping it 100 with y'all. A lot of families will do that. They will get the kids, but they will also give back to the parent. Then when it's time for a social worker or anybody to come over there, she'll bring the kids back. But in this case, she's in jail still. So hopefully, they don't let her out at all. And then the dad who was originally trying to get the kids, maybe they'll let him get the kids now. Because those conditions of that house was just terrible. I don't see how a mother with good conscience could let her kids live like that. And don't come check on them, let them live in them conditions while she's on Instagram with her hair done, clean and everything, but her daughter and her son them living in filth. How? Do y'all think this woman maybe had some type of some type of illness or something? But hey, she didn't look like she had no illness from what I seen on those pictures. She didn't look like nothing was wrong with her. I'm hoping she's put in solitary confinement for her protection. Let her get only 1 hour of yard time and live every day in fear for her life. Yeah, when they know you did something to some kids, they'll hurt you up there in prison, allegedly and for entertainment purposes. The kids, either the mother was dropping off food every week, or she'll have somebody drop it off on the porch, or put it on the porch every week for them. Yeah, the children didn't deserve this. They don't know nothing. Now just imagine your toenails being so long that you can barely walk. Just imagine that. And the kids was acting, like that. You know how you be in the house and you come outside and the light and stuff was, bothering your eyes. These kids gonna need therapy and everything. Yeah, it's sad. But see, this is the thing. A lot of people don't want the kids, but they don't want to give up those benefits. The food stamps, the Medicaid, if they get cash benefits. And then also, you know, if you got a lot of kids, you get a lot of tax money back. That's the main reason a lot of people don't want to give up their kids, because of the benefits. No, so if she wasn't there for now, and then the girls, no. You said restrict her parents and rights. Yes. By the way. Yeah, she's out and about living her life like she had no kids, you know. And someone said in the chat that every time they tried to ask the woman about the kids, she'll lie and say they somewhere else. The dad went to court. Someone in the chat said, and tried to get the kids, and she still wouldn't let him see them. From what I know, they said that the kids, like, she would probably drop off food sometime to them, leave it on the porch, or she'll, you know, it was like she was never going in the house. She'll talk to her son. He'd open up the door and get the food, allegedly, and she'll talk to him like that, or she'll talk to him on the phone, or she'll have some people drop the food off over there and leave it on the porch. They didn't say anything about that, maybe about them being special needs. Yep. Melanie was supposed to, they were supposed to, y'all remember, but part 3, they said that people was going to get receipts and phones, and some people receipts wasn't receipted. That's why I told y'all the part 3 of the reunion that we got, they edited everything out. Allegedly for entertainment purposes only. I believe Stormy was supposed to be going at bail, but they edited it out because Destiny started talking about that grooming shit. And then, you know, Melanie started talking about the hostile work environment. So that's why I think they edited all of that stuff out of there, so it didn't look like everybody, you know, like the part 3, like wasn't nobody really, you know, trying to bash her and things like that. Dolores, the children's ages are 15, 12, and 13. The boy is 15, and the 2 girls that were sleeping on the pizza boxes was 12 and 13. She probably was door dashing them food. Hello, Linda Gamble. Hello. And thank you so much for modding for me. I very much appreciate it. Hello, Star Child. Hello. Welcome. And if you're new to the channel, we would love to have you as a tea drop. Hello, Donna. Yes, it needs to be canceled, or maybe they can scrap, you know, take all the people that was on there and cast new people, the people that Melanie wanted to come on the show, that was Black excellence and that were real millionaires. Y'all remember Melanie said that the people that she was sent to Carlos that had businesses going and that were millionaires, he would put them on there. Some good people, Melanie said. Carlos would not put them on there. These were actually millionaires, Melanie said. They had businesses and everything going. He wouldn't put them on there. The people that she wanted to come on there that really were legit, he wouldn't put them on there. So he had the fake people on there. He said in Indianapolis, the mother left her 4 and 2-year-old home alone for weeks while she stayed with her boyfriend. I heard that too. Did you hear the other lady that left her kids at home while she went on a trip? I think she went to the Bahamas or something like that. These were small children. Another lady left a 17-year-old month baby in a high chair while she went on vacation. And the baby somehow got out of the high chair, fell out the high chair on the floor. So when she came home from vacation, the baby had passed away. So she was trying to change the baby clothes and everything and call the police. But then they figured it out like, so when she got back there, the baby was unalive. So she tried to clean the baby up, put the baby on clean clothes and everything, and called the 911 and asked for help. But when they got the baby to the hospital, it's like, wait a minute, something I'm seeing right here. They knew that the baby had been unalive for about a week or so, or something like that, something to that effect, where they knew that that didn't just happen to that child. Then she came clean and said she left the baby while she went on vacation. Hello, CC. Full of Fifi. Nah, you said when you Google Mel, it tells you she's a producer of Love and Marriage Huntsville. Okay. Because I told you when someone had a Forbes thing going around. Hello, who said that? My member. Hello, hello. Yeah, I remember that a 2-year-old passed away. A dresser fell on her. Yeah, these people are now leaving the. How people used to try to find babysitters if they want to go out of town, go out, and things like that. The people are not doing that anymore. They're leaving the kids in the house. This is not the first. Another lady went. She had left the kids in the house. She made sure she had food and stuff in there. She put cameras in the house, and she said she could see the kids on the camera. But she was all the way Cancun, Jamaica, somewhere. These are 7 and 8-year-olds, 5-year-olds. She left plenty of food in the house, she said, and she could see them on the camera. These people are crazy. Just to leave 7-year-olds, 5-year-olds, 17-year-old months in the house by themselves. Because they think if they put cameras. Give me just a second, guys. One moment. All right, you guys, I'm back. 121 likes and 94 in the chat. Thank you. You said she abandoned them. Well, she did abandon them, but I think she thinks because she was taking food over there for him every day and talking to her oldest son every day, that's not a form of abandonment. But the house, that they had to wear hazmat suits in the house. That's how dirty in the house was. Feces, garbage. And she had her daughter and them sleeping on pizza boxes. Now the son got the good treatment where he could sleep on a mattress, but the two daughters were sleeping on pizza boxes. Yes, the daughter and them was sleeping on pizza boxes, that old pizza boxes, but the son somehow got the good treatment where he got the mattress. But the house was still unlivable. The house has an orange sticker on it now. They're gonna have to either they can't tear it down. I don't know what they're gonna do to the house, the landlord. I don't know what they're gonna do to it because it's like a town, it's like a condo. They're all built together. They're like, they lined up and the townhouses are all together. So I don't know what that landlord is going to do about that house because I don't know. Maybe it can get cleaned out. I don't know. I don't know. But the house is terrible. So the toilets that got stopped up, so the kids was using the bathroom all over the house. That's what it sounds like because they're saying it was feces all over the house. Betty, you said, oh my God, I actually know someone that does that, and the children is 9. He orders Uber Eats, and she watches him from the camera. She's a traveling nurse and won't leave him with her parents. That's 15 minutes away. Oh my God, he's 9. Wait a minute, Betty. You said the child is 9. He orders Uber Eats and she watches him from the camera. She's a traveling nurse and won't leave him with parents. That's 15 minutes away. Did somebody report her, Betty, leaving a 9-year-old in the house by itself and just order Uber Eats? What if the house catch on fire? What if somebody break in the house? There's no way I would leave a 9-year-old in the house, boy or girl, and be a traveling nurse. I'm all, in different cities and things like that. Anything could happen. Oh my goodness. These people is crazy. My daughter is 13. Do you think I would leave my daughter in the house by herself? If I run somewhere, maybe go out or something, that's different. But go out of town? No, no, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, no, ma'am. My daughter could not stay alone while I went out of town anywhere. No, no, ma'am. There's no way. I don't know. Something is wrong with these parents. Star Child said irresponsible. Yes. So I'm trying to figure out why these parents think because they have these cameras that they can leave the kids in the house by themselves. What the? If somebody break in, you can't get to them. You can call the police or something like that. But then they're gonna ask you who was watching the child. Why was the child left here by themselves? Have anybody called the authorities, Betty? Or child protective services? I'm just saying, for the safety of the child. And you guys, can you do me a favor? Can you check to make sure you guys are still subscribed to my channel? Because it looks like some of the people are not subscribed, or like they have become unsubscribed for some reason. And if you are new here, we would love to have you as a tea drop. Her name is Kelly Bride, and she is in jail. Her kids are staying with family. Well, Tamika, my thing is this right here. Why didn't anybody, look, if you're not seeing these kids with this lady, right? Holidays, no nothing. The woman got to have the kids with her sometime. Not every time you see this lady, she don't have her kids with her. Now something got to be going on. Something got to be going on. For holidays and stuff, you don't see the kids with this lady. I'm gonna follow this story as well, guys, and I'm gonna keep up with it. And then there's a lot of trafficking going on as well with kids, boys and girls. There's a lot of trafficking going on. Let me I'm gonna keep up with her as well, guys. Also, for the new people that are in here, yesterday we talked about surviving Lake Lanier. That's where Usher's stepson drowned at. And we have a Black African American woman that survived Lake Lanier. Lake Lanier, Surviving Lake Lanier is on Prime. It came out on August 24th. I didn't know nothing about it. I just happened to be looking on YouTube. And it's called Surviving Lake Lanier. There was a town of Black people who had successful businesses and things going on for themselves. Something happened with the Caucasian people where they unalived some of them, ran them out of town, and they flooded the whole town. And that's how they got Lake Lanier. So there's a whole town under Lake Lanier. People were unalived that are in that water. Houses, trees, everything is under Lake Lanier. So like I said, I've been watching a little bit of it today, but we will talk about it Friday with drinks in the chat. So our ancestors or what have you are under that lake. And they say over 100 and some people have died there. Sometimes the ancestors will not take them under. Sometimes they will. The Black lady said that they pulled her out, the ancestors. So it's on Prime. It's called Surviving Lake Lanier. It's in Atlanta. And I know a lot of people say that people still swim there. People still have boats out on there and things like that. But we're going to be talking about it in the chat on Friday. Yes, Scorpion is called Oscarville. Yes. Yes, Angela, I feel so bad for those kids. I do. You said it's on Fox 2 Detroit News. Okay. You see that where the baby was in the high chair? The baby was 17 or 18 months old. The woman strapped the child in that high chair and left the child there and went on vacation. And then when she came back home, the baby somehow got out the high chair. The baby trying to get out the high chair, fell out, maybe broke his neck, something. The baby was unalived. Yep, in the high chair. Yep. Mm-hmm. And like I just said, a lot of times the people don't want to turn the kids in because they want the Medicaid, the food stamp, the cash benefits, and they want to be able to get all that tax money at the end of the year. That's the only way I can see people who don't want their kids and let them live in this Filth. These women need to get a grip on themselves. It ain't that much going out of the town in the world. If I wanted to go out of town and my kids was that young, I just couldn't go. That's just that simple. I can't go. I'm not going to leave. I'm not even going to leave my 13 here. So I don't know what's wrong with these mothers. And I'm not, well, I'm going to say mothers and fathers. Is it that serious for you to go out of town with your friends and leave your kids in the house by themselves? It's not that serious. I'm sure y'all that people got their tax money. Y'all can pay somebody to watch them. But you just to leave them in there by they in the house by themselves because there's a camera in there and leave food or bring food on the porch or whatever the fuck you doing. That I don't know. Why? I don't get it. I don't know what's wrong with this generation of women. And these grandmothers are not what they used to be either. Just like I said, I'm gonna follow the other story, the other young lady. I don't know. My daughter's 13. Yes, she gets on my nerves, but I know where she at pretty much all the time. Her phone is tracked. There's no walking up or down the street. There's no spending the night over nobody's house. There's nowhere dropping you off. My daughter go anywhere. We drop her off and pick her up, me or her dad or her brother. There's no catching no bus nowhere. She need her hair done. We take her to get her hair done. I talk to the lady, let her know this is what it is. I'll be back to pick her up. You want to go to the mall? We take her to the mall. Sometimes we stay in the mall with her, or sometimes we sit out there in the car. There's none of that. I see a bunch of girls walking up and down the street. And that's how these girls are getting picked up to be trafficked. Traffic. No. There's nobody spending the night in nobody's house. My daughter spends the night over my sister's house and probably her auntie or brother's house. But no. Mm-mm. No, no, that's not gonna happen. They had to edit episode 2 and 3 of the reunion now that show us don't play with fire. Right. Yep. I told you that was not how the reunion was supposed to go, guys. That reunion, um, what's going on here? That reunion was supposed to be. All right, can you guys hear me? All right, there we go. You said they had to edit it out. Yes, they edited it out. Yep. Angela says, I hate to see anyone go to jail, but leaving babies and children to fend for themselves is not right. Right. I don't know what's wrong with these people. I don't know what's wrong with them. 131 likes and 98 in the chat. Thank you so much, Linda Gamble. Give me just a second, guys. Let me just see if I can find that. Give me 1 second. I'm going to take a look at this with Kelly Bryan. Thank you so much, Tamika, for giving me the name. I very much appreciate it. And y'all, like I said, if y'all found out any information that you want me to talk about, if you guys can send it to my email, which is dropthet74@gmail.com, or you can DM me on Instagram, drop the TEAAA. It's 3 A's. And also on Facebook, drop the T. Well, let me just show y'all this here. Let me put my copyright banner up here as well. Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976, there is an allowance for fair use of copyrighted material for such purposes as criticism, comments, news, reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use, fair use. I do not own the rights to any of these clips I will be showing. I do not own the rights to any of these clips that I will be showing. All the clips that I will be showing is for teaching and learning. I am covered by the Copyright Act of 1976. All right, guys, let me just show y'all this. Give me just a second. We're going to go to this one here.
When a big city sheriff says he's never seen a scenario so dire, one that would be deplorable and intolerable even for an animal, you better brace yourself. And I'll say that again in case you think I'm exaggerating. Brace yourself. This is a bad one. The pictures deserve a graphic warning. This story came to light at the end of last week in a Detroit suburb of Pontiac, Michigan. Oakland County Sheriff's deputies found 3 children in this house in these conditions: a 15-year-old boy and 2 girls aged 12 and 13. Their mother had left them in that home to fend for themselves almost 5 years ago.
Oh my God.
Do the math. They would have been 10, 8, and 7. That fact alone is mind-boggling. But so is this. They existed on weekly drop-offs of food from Instacart and DoorDash. But towards the end of that 5-year ordeal, the food that was dropped off ended up being a loaf of bread. Obviously, somebody also was paying the rent on that house until they stopped. That happened last October. And it was therefore the landlord who called the sheriff's office for a welfare check. By then, of course, those children's welfare was all but non-existent. Their house was overrun with garbage and feces and mold. Their clothes were filthy. Their hair was matted. And just so you know the extent of the neglect, Their toenails were so long they could barely walk.
Help me, Jesus.
Their last delivery of anything related to personal hygiene was a half-decade ago and was only a box of trash bags, some gloves, and a can of air freshener. 5 years ago. They hadn't been to school since 2020, and the two girls apparently hadn't been outside that house in years. Tonight, the children's 34-year-old mother is in custody, as she should be. But it begs the question, where was everybody else? Where was the father? Where were the schools? What about the neighbors? How could this nightmare have gone on for so long? Joining me now is the Oakland County Sheriff, Michael Bouchard. Sheriff, thank you so much for being here. I literally can't even believe, as I read those details again, that I'm reading fact. How are the children right now, and where are they?
So we took them immediately out of the home once we discovered them, took them to medical care, and then involved our Child Protective Services. And they have been placed temporarily with relatives that were unaware of what was going on. And we have a lot more scheduled for them this week. We've got a much more detailed health and mental health examination of them. We've already done a kind of a psychological question kind of thing with a care house, kit gloves treatment to try to figure out what they're feeling, what they know, things like that. Thankfully, they're responding very well. Our detectives said when they saw them at the care house interview that they were chatty. And obviously, when we first encountered them, it was nothing like that. The girls were actually hiding in a locked bathroom.
How is their development, given the fact that this is almost half their life? They've lived alone as young children with no adult care. I mean, and just no love.
Yeah, it's horrendous. It's really difficult to wrap your head around this case. I've been in this business a very long time and seen horrific things, horrific murders, horrific child abuse. But this is a terrible one that was magnified by how long it went on over the period of years to not have an adult or any love or any structure, any education, none of that. And so, it's just really difficult to wrap your head around. But we're doing everything we can to set them up on a better path. The community has responded and filled our sheriff's office with clothing for them, and they're making donations. We're going to set us to try to get them, a fund for their health, both physical and mental health, and maybe some educational funds set aside for them.
Sheriff, the obvious question is, you've arrested the mother. I understand you can't reveal her name because she shares a last name with these children. What is her response? Is she talking? Why on earth would anyone do this?
Right.
Yeah, she's been talking to our investigators, but so far no reason for this. And it's one of those things. How do you even come up with a reason for this? Right. When you watch the television ads showing dogs and cats in a deplorable condition that evoke that heartstring where you want to contribute to them, imagine that times 10 and then do it over a period of years to children. So it's really difficult to kind of wrap your arms around this. But we're going to do everything we can to wrap our arms around those kids and to make sure, quite frankly, that this mother is held accountable.
Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find.
How did this lady sleep? How? Give me just a second, guys. How did this lady sleep at night knowing her kids was over there in those conditions? How? How did she go out, just keep going day by day, not seeing the kids at all? They have been living in these conditions for 5 years, they said. Then she got to the point she didn't even want to feed the kids. They dropped off a loaf of bread. How? This lady needs to be put under the jail. Let me just see this other one here, guys. Then we're going to talk about something else. This is terrible. This is terrible. Let me just look at the other one here. Give me just a second. Good. Let me share this with y'all. Child abuse charges.
Old resident of Pontiac. My office has already advised the court in the neglect proceedings that we will be asking to terminate the defendant's parental rights.
Right.
In every case of child abuse, my office focuses first and foremost on the best interest of the child or children and on holding those responsible for abuse accountable. The three children in this case suffered unimaginable abuse and neglect over a long period of time. Thankfully, they've now been rescued from that, and our first priority has been and will continue to be their safety and well-being. I want to briefly address, though, why we're here. Since the first announcement over the weekend by the sheriff, this case has captured the attention of the people across our community, our county, our state, and even internationally, because people are rightfully concerned about the welfare of these children.
This is Colgate's worst nightmare. A new dental gadget is flying off the shelves, but Colgate is making zero profit.
And we're holding this press conference because, like all other decisions, we balance the interests of public safety, media attention and inquiries, and balancing everyone's right to a fair trial, which is why the events and facts that are disclosed here today are strictly confined to what's already been placed on the record in the swear to this morning in the 50th District Court. When their circumstances became public, including the photos of the home, although law enforcement did not identify the defendant, she was quickly identified on social media and also has been reported in other news media outlets, which is why we are naming her today. We have recently, luckily, been fortunate enough to, for the first time ever, hire our public information officer, Jeff Watrick, who's in the back of the room. Many of you have already spoken to and will continue to, and we're lucky to have him. The children are currently staying with a relative. All three children received immediate medical attention at a local hospital, and they were interviewed by trained forensic interviewers at Care House. Considering what they've experienced, they appear to be doing okay. Obviously, the trauma here is significant, and my office, including our victim services section, will make sure these children are supported during this process. Today, the charges are 3 counts of child abuse in the first degree. This is the most serious charge for child abuse, and if convicted, Ms. Bryant could face a sentence of up to life in prison. In the swear-to this morning, on the record, it was stated that in 2019, suspect Kelly Bryant was living at the home, which I'm not disclosing the address at this time, in Pontiac, Michigan, with her 4 children. At some point between 20 and 2021, the suspect moved out of her home, leaving 3 of her children abandoned in that location, while 1 of her children went to live with their father. On February 14th, 2025, police were called to the home by the landlord. Police learned that the landlord was concerned for the welfare of Ms. Bryant, who had not paid rent on the property since October of 2024. Police entered with the landlord and discovered her 3 children, ages 12, 13, and 15. Her daughters were hiding in a bathroom that was filled with feces, piles of trash, and completely non-functional, while her son was hiding in another room. Police were astonished to find anyone in the location because it appeared to be uninhabitable, with piles of garbage and refuse several feet high, including large amounts of human excrement. The children were afraid to come out of their hiding places and to speak with the police. Police had to repeatedly advise the children that they were there to help and they were safe. The children's bodies and clothing were covered in feces, and the girls had difficulty physically walking outside of the residence. In addition to the physical difficulty, they appeared to be and were immediately overstimulated upon leaving the residence. All 3 children were transported via ambulance to the hospital and showed signs of severe neglect. At the hospital, the children struggled with completing basic hygiene tasks like flushing a toilet and brushing their teeth because they had not done it in years. The children were forensically interviewed and described having virtually no physical contact with their mother, suspect Bryant, or the outside world in several years. The girls had not left the residence in several years, and her son had only left the home to go into the yard approximately 2 times, never venturing away from the house more than to check the mailbox. During his interview, her son stated that he would text their mother when their food supply was running low and she would have food delivered to the residents. The children shared that during the years they were concealed in the home, their suspect Bryant failed to provide toilet paper, soap, or shampoo.
So if you see this bar at the bottom right here, you can see we're so close to hatching this egg. And once we do hatch it, there is a prize inside that I think could be really fun. Let's start.
Ahoy!
How do y'all feel about this? These kids don't have no
Are you ready to solve this
no,
last problem?
No, nothing.
And find out what's inside of that egg? I'm so excited.
They
So we
had
have
nothing.
4 minus 3 minus 1, 2, 3.
They had
This is
nothing.
1. So let's check.
These kids had nothing.
4 minus 3 is equal to 1.
No, I
Good job! You're all done with the pretest.
Yay!
We figured out the perfect place for you to start. Excellent job! That's 1
An
pet
elephant!
hatch. I knew you were the pet keeper we've been waiting.
How do y'all feel about this? How can somebody do this? Nikki's News, this is the lady, Kelly Bryant, who left her. Now we're finding out the lady had 4 kids, but the 4th child, the daddy took the fourth child. So the 3 kids living in the home for 5 years by themselves with feces. See, they said the kids were covered in feces. The kids don't even know how to flush a toilet, how to brush their teeth, no nothing. Wait a minute. This is terrible. 137 likes and 94 in the chat. Thank you. I'm gonna keep following this story, but she has been charged, so she might be getting life in prison. How do y'all feel about she's getting possibly getting life in prison? Yes, these kids had nothing. So she's 34, so she must have started having kids at around 15 or 16, because she had 4 of them, but the father took 1 of them. So she abandoned the other 3 in that house. Yeah, so she abandoned the other 3. Yeah, she should go with no products. No toilet tissue, no soap, no nothing. This lady is terrible. This woman had no love or emotional attachment with her babies. People treat animals better than this. I pray that these children grow up to be amazing people and do great things in life. Yes, the truth. Yes. Yeah, it's sad. Yeah, she deserved life in prison. Yeah, now you know these girls probably have a cycle. What did they use? I don't even know. I just can't. Some stuff, because I have, a child that age, and I just couldn't imagine. I have my daughter's 13. Just imagine her with no soap, no nothing. That is tough. This lady don't need to see out, the light of day no more. And she looked it all on her pictures, like her hair done, like she didn't bath, nice clothes on. The nails she had on was long, and the longer you get your nails, the more it costs. So I wonder, did she have a job, or was she maybe getting a check for some of those kids, or something? Yeah, she needs to be locked down 24 hours. Yes, yes, she does. Well, let me get off of that for a little bit, you guys. Let me get my thoughts and stuff together because it's just this world is in a bad shape. It is. It's in a bad shape that people are just doing their kids any kind of way. But I'm telling you, people are keeping these kids around for the money, the benefits. That's the only thing I can think of. They want those benefits. They know without the benefits, they don't get anything. Because why else would this woman let the one dad take the other one and then leave the other kids? Who does this? I don't know. Yeah, and then the schools, usually the school, if you don't come to school a certain amount of days, they call CPS or the police. So the school here doesn't do in this state doesn't do this. In Detroit, they don't call the police if your kids don't come to school. Anybody know that? Drop it in the chat. Because here in Wisconsin, your kids don't come to school, they call the CPS and the police. Now maybe some other states are different. Here they don't play. Your kids don't come to school, they call a couple times, then not they call it CPS on you. They don't play games like that here. Yeah, they're gonna call the police on you here. Yeah, it's getting worse. You said life in your state is only 30 years? Oh, this lady was black. This is a black lady. Didn't y'all see the picture of the lady? Let me show y'all the picture of the lady. This is a black lady. This is not no I don't think we call every day on you in Tennessee. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't understand this. They don't play here. Let your kids miss a couple of days and you don't call up to that school or say why they're not there. These people will call CPS or the police on you here. And then another thing, if you're getting benefits and your kids not in school, they'll cut your benefits off here in Wisconsin. They'll cut your benefits off. I'm sure now she's black. Yes, yep, the whole system did that. But someone dropped in my chat that the dad did try to get them. He had went to court, I guess, trying to get them, and she wouldn't give them to the dad. Yeah, they'll lock you up here too. They don't care. You get locked up. Look how this lady look. Do y'all think something wrong with her? Ain't nothing wrong with this lady here. Wait a minute. Let me show you her. Ain't nothing wrong with her. She out there popping and locking. Ain't nothing wrong with this lady. Here she go right here. There's nothing wrong with this lady.
I have to poop, but it feels stuck. Stop! Are you trying to kill us? What?
Kids were living in a real-life nightmare.
The charges are 3 counts of child abuse in the first degree.
The Oakland County prosecutor charges a mother in what she says is the worst neglect case she has ever seen.
And this is the mother right here. She's 34-year-old Kelly Bryant, accused of abandoning her children for years.
And Bryant is expected to be arraigned in court tomorrow. Thanks for joining us at 5. I'm Ty Steele.
I'm Kimberly Gill. That comes after Oakland County prosecutor Karen McDonald revealed new information in the case. So let's get right out to Will Jones. He's live in Pontiac with more. Will.
Kimberly Kelly Bryant, I should say, is facing the most serious charge for child abuse, first-degree child abuse. We can learn more about this case in court tomorrow for the arraignment, but investigators say the kids who lived at that house lived in fear of their mother. They had been cut off from the outside world for years.
We say a lot, this is the worst I've ever seen. And I've stopped saying that because every time I say that, I see something worse.
Kelly Bryant is facing child abuse charges, accused of leaving 3 of her kids to basically fend for themselves at a home in Pontiac.
Police were astonished to find anyone in the location because it appeared to be uninhabitable, with piles of garbage and refuse several feet high, including large amounts of human excrement.
At the home, police say they found a 15-year-old boy and 2 girls, ages 12 and 13.
At the hospital, the children struggled with completing basic hygiene tasks like flushing a toilet and brushing their teeth because they had not done it in years. The children were forensically interviewed and described having virtually no physical contact with their mother, suspect Bryant, or the outside world in several years.
Oakland County Prosecutor Karen McDonald says Bryant moved out of the home around 2020 or 2021, leaving 3 children at the location. When the food supply ran low, McDonald says the son would text Bryant and food would be delivered. Police say they were called to the home on Valentine's Day for a welfare check because of missed rent payments.
Morally, there is plenty of responsibility to go around for how this was allowed to happen. However, these 3 kids were entrusted to the care of their mother, Kelly Bryant, and the evidence suggests that she effectively abandoned them to a revolting pit of refuse and squalor. There must be consequences for those actions.
McDonald says the 3 children are staying with family right now. Coming up at 6, we're going to learn more about what those kids experience inside this home and how they are doing tonight. We are live here in Pontiac. Will Jones, Local 4.
Okay, Will, thank you.
Yeah, so this lady needs to Carmen said they were sending a truant officer to the home asking about the whereabouts of the children. Yeah, so I don't understand what they do here in what she live in Pontiac, Michigan? Yeah, those are some nice townhouses or condos. Yeah, they need to do a deep investigation as to why nobody, but you know what? Nowadays, people will knock your head off. People will, you don't want to say too much to people nowadays because people is crazy. Yeah, she gave the son a phone only to text her. And they said the kids were scared of this lady. They were scared of her. That's why they were hiding. And the 2 daughters were hiding in the bathroom and the son was hiding too. They were hiding from the police. And the police had to convince them that they were there to help them. Now, imagine your toenails being overgrown like that when you can barely walk. But I bet you she had her nails and toes pedicured and all groomed up. And your kids' toenails so long they can't fucking even walk. No bail for her. No signing no bail or no person over cartons bail or whatever you call it. No. She needs to stay in jail there, but she can get her ass beat. I don't promote violence on this channel. I'm just saying. Y'all, I'm gonna keep up with the story. So, I want to hear this lady excuse. But they did ask her, they said the woman had no excuse. She didn't say nothing as to why she left her kids there. But I want to keep following the story about the people who have them. What are they doing? Are they interviewing the dads, the relatives, whoever, the school that they were supposed to be in? They need to know all this information because the school should have called the police or CPS if they was not coming to school. Oh, better yet, did she just move to that location and never signed them up for school, y'all think? The reason why they didn't catch on to it because she moved in that location and never signed them up for school? Because they had to go to school at some point in time. They had to go to school sometime. Before the 5 years that they were abandoned, before that, So they have been abandoned for years. So they got abandoned when they was like 9 and 10, or 8 or 7 or something. So the school probably didn't notice because she just moved in that neighborhood. The neighborhood looks really nice. The people said that every time that someone said in the chat, every time they were asking where the kids at, she would make up excuses of where the kids were at. She told the school she was transferring them. Yeah, I'm gonna have to dig more deeper into this story here. Because this lady needs to be put under the jail. She needs to be under the jail. The woman don't need to be out, no probation, no nothing. And they said they're gonna terminate her parental rights. So that's great. She don't need none of her kids, none of them. So her rights are getting terminated. So I guess she's going to court tomorrow. Her rights are being terminated. She don't need none of her kids. None. She been left them in 2020 or 2021. They've been there for 4 years in that house. This is just sad. This is sad. They've been there for 4 years, and these girls have to have a menstrual. And I hope it don't come out, that I hope the brother didn't, try to, y'all know what I mean. Yeah, the dads, they failed these kids. But they said that the dad went to court for the kids. And I guess she wouldn't give the dad the kids. But the one dad got his child. The other dad got his kids, but the other dad was not able to get his. So one of the dads were able to get their kids. But the other dad who tried to get his kids, he was not able to. She don't she don't need any rights. I'm thankful God protected them. Everyone needs to be held accountable. Yes, the school needs to be held accountable. The mother, everybody needs to be held accountable. Yeah, we need to, we're going to have to keep up with this. Yeah, she didn't want to give up them benefits. They get a lot of money for taxes for their kids at the end of the year. So a lot of people don't want to give their kids up because of those taxes. Just saying. Okay, guys, we're going to stick a dart in that for a moment. We're going to move over to Laberrick, which is the ex-husband of Destiny Payton. I have his picture on the thumbnail. They are supposed to be going to court on February 28th. And I feel sorry for him as well. Where allegedly and for entertainment purposes only, I don't think she wants her child. Allegedly. I think she's doing all this stuff to Laberrick to hurt him. I think she's trying to hurt him for embarrassing her. You know, I've been sitting here thinking about this all day. Why does she want to get Laberrick locked up? Why does she keep putting all these fraudulent charges on him? What did he do to her for him to deserve this? And the only thing that I can think of is he embarrassed her by divorcing her when their child was 2 or 3 weeks old. I think she doesn't like that he embarrassed her. I don't like that. I think she feels that he took that house and sold it, and she got embarrassed about that. He took her Mercedes-Benz back and embarrassed her. She was not able to keep her beauty supply store going because he embarrassed her with not helping her with that. I think she's embarrassed that he's putting these charges on her as far as doing fraud in his name. So by him doing all this to her and also making her pay back this money, she wants to get back at him by trumping up these fake charges on him about him abusing her and her child to make him lose everything that he got, the same way she thinks that he made her lose everything she had or took everything away from her. So she wants him to pay and get embarrassed like she was. That's the only thing I can think of as to why she's doing this to him. Tell me what y'all think in the chat. Yeah, let's keep up with this. I'm going to. Scorpion said yes because they said they school that she was supposed to transfer them to didn't check to see why they wasn't coming. Yeah, I'm gonna have to see about this. This is a disgrace. No, she can't handle law. No. Yeah, the system failed them, the family failed them, everyone failed these poor kids. Yes, she's trying to avoid paying that money, but I think she's also trying to punish Laberrick for embarrassing her. So she lost everything, right? Her house, her car, her store, and then it's out here that he had to take a couple of DNA tests, allegedly for entertainment purposes only. So because he embarrassed her like that, I think she wants to get back at him and make him lose everything he got. His good jobs he got, his restaurant, make him look bad in the community. So she wants to punish him. That's the only thing I can think of, guys, as to why. Get a clue said, because what family are they with now and were or was this family for 40 years? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Now, I'm 50 years old. I'll be 51 in March. And I got grandkids, and I'm asking my daughter what the kids saying, and she keeps saying they somewhere else. And quite naturally, it will go, so let me call my grandkids. Because they're old enough to talk on the phone. And not just in my family and stuff. If I keep coming up without my daughter, and I'm telling my mama she's somewhere else or whoever, my mama gonna be like, well, let me talk to her. Well, she'll come over here. And then my sister, them brother, them like, what, where's Bella? Where's Kevin? And they'll be asking like, okay. And if I keep on coming up with excuses all the time, they gonna know something wrong. My mother will come over here. Patricia T, hello. Hey, y'all, Destiny was too busy trying to keep up with the Holts. I'm glad LB's mother kept her ass. Yes. But you know what? She could have had a good life, y'all, if she wasn't creeping around with of these other men. And like they said, she went to pick up Moses while she was still married to Laberrick. Because she's always saying she's messing with some type of African man. And I'm telling y'all, she thought Laberrick was a simp. She was going to, get all his money and stuff and have him doing what she say do. And also she was jealous of her child and his mother. Because if y'all remember in some episodes, she said she always came last. She said Laberrick was a mama's boy. His mother came first, and the baby came second, and she came third. And she wanted to be first. And that's why she was saying he was a mama's boy. Y'all remember when she cussed out his mother and the grandmother for trying to come over there and help her with the baby and cook and clean up and help her? She cussed both of them out. She is just evil. She didn't have any of those things before she met him. Right. Destiny is embarrassing herself for being a hoe and a liar. Yes. She was giving the family excuses. I would have said you gave too many excuses now. It's time for me to see their face right now. Right. My mother would come over here. You said still can't stand rejection. No. And you know how some people play around with, saying they got different personalities. I don't think Destiny is playing. She can't do anything with Law. And when Law's with Laberrick, he's very calm. He's sitting there eating, the ribs and stuff like that. He does what his dad tells him to do. When he's with Destiny, she has no control over him. To me, allegedly and for entertainment purposes only. Yes, they were so happy. He really, you know what? Just, all kidding aside, I think he really loved it, Destiny. And when she found out that she was cheating on him, I think she broke his heart. I really do. I think Destiny broke Laberrick's heart. Because do you think somebody would have took their VA loan and got that house for $500,000, got her a car, got her pregnant, and I was helping her with her beauty supply store, for this to go all down the drain? He's in Huntsville. He could have had other women, but I think he was really, really in love with Destiny. And then also I think he was hurt by the fact that she wouldn't even give his only son his name to carry on his legacy. Then not only that, she wouldn't even take the man's last name, and now all of a sudden she want to use the last name now. You didn't want it when you was married, so why are you using it when y'all divorced? That doesn't make any damn sense to me. That's why I'm telling you, I don't think she's dealing with a full deck. I think she got abandonment issues from her mother and some type of childhood trauma. And I know somebody was saying that either the uncle or somebody supposedly did something, allegedly and for entertainment purposes only. I can't remember what they said verbatim, but they said something to the tune of maybe there was some type of trauma with another family member, allegedly and for entertainment purposes only. So, I'm just trying to figure out. No, she doesn't pay any attention to him. Yep, and that's why you asked a fool on her. Journeyology to the root. Destiny and the Paramount don't seem to have control over these two little boys. Both were and or are too busy inserting themselves in the former Holt's co-parenting relationships. Right. Coleslaw and Destiny can't even control their own damn kids, but you running your mouth about Melody's parenting skills. What about y'all parenting skills with them two little baby kids y'all got? Melanie kids are so mannerable. They got manners. Not saying that Lil Law don't, but I'm talking about Chucky. Yeah, I know who we talking about. So I don't know why, that's the only thing I can think of why she's, keep trying to, put these charges on him. That's the only thing I can think of, the reason she keep trying to put these charges on him. That's the only thing I can think of, because he embarrassed her. And then there was another content creator that went down there, was in her house, taking pictures and things like that. And I think that kind of embarrassed her too. So that's the only reason I can think of why she's putting these charges on him. That's the only reason I can think as to why she is trying to get this man locked up and get him to lose everything. But what I'm trying to figure out is that if he lose everything and she don't got shit, how is a little boy supposed to survive? How? Destiny isn't a smart businesswoman. She opened a beauty supply store, paying $5K a month rent. $5K a month rent, and she wasn't making that kind of money. She got behind on rent and she couldn't pay her employees. How the hell you gonna pay $5K in rent when the beauty supply not making that, that much, to start off? She could have did an online store first to get herself started. An online store selling, beauty, hair care products and stuff like that. She could have, made, deliveries of stuff that people wanted to their home instead of getting a business at first. Or she could have did like Melanie did, because the house was big enough. It was a 5-bedroom, 5-bath home, something like that. Or like she got the she shed now, she could have set up all her beauty supply stuff in there and had people come shop in there. She could have mailed out orders, delivered orders to get started first instead of starting out so big with a store. She could have built herself up to be able to afford a store, or buy some property where she could have opened a store at. It would have been cheaper for her to buy like a spot and then have it renovated into like a storefront instead of paying $5K a month in rent. I would have started selling stuff online first and delivering stuff. And then once I, got my clientele up, then I would have thought about maybe trying to find a space, but not off of the back. Yes, it has backfired on her. Yes, and I think what her and Trish is trying to do, I think they're supposed to be doing some DV events. So they're trying to do what Mel did by Mel telling her story about what happened between her and Martell. That her and Trisha thinks they can do that and get some get their fan base up by putting fake trauma out here. What do y'all think? Because Destiny has tried twice to get a restraining order on Laberrick for DV, and both times it has got dismissed. So don't you think if it was a little bit anything that the judge would have gave her a restraining order? Y'all gotta excuse me. My daughter, she does not like when I get on this live. She comes in here and she hears what I'm talking about. She'll come in here and say, I stayed home for a couple hours by myself. Yeah, you're 13. You can stay here for a couple hours. She'll come in here and say, well, I stayed at home for a couple hours. A couple hours. We talking about people that's been living by themselves for years. Destiny went in debt to express the pub. Wait a minute. Destiny went in debt to express the public she wanted to look like a rich woman. You know what? Destiny could have been in a really good position if she would have um, just played her cards right. If she would have not did Laberrick like that, and you see how she was doing when she was with Laberrick, she lived it pretty good. She lived it really good when she was with him. She didn't want for anything. She was doing really good when she was with him, in my opinion. Just in my opinion. You know, she was doing real good. She had that house and everything. But, you know, she couldn't let go of the Jamaican man or African man, and she couldn't let go of Moses, allegedly and for entertainment purposes only. You know, they said she was still messing around with him. I don't know that to be true. That's why I'm saying allegedly. If they had, wait a minute. If they had another season, Destiny will be beefing with everyone. Yes. And I think they tried to set up the reunion for their next season for what happened. And they did not think Melanie would have quit or left that show. Destiny should have showed the ups and downs of building her business. It would have ignited her with the audience and helped to build her brand. Yes, that's all, you know. The reason I think people can relate to Melanie is because she tell her life. You know, we saw everything that played out. We saw those kids grow up on TV. We saw that she dissolved all of her businesses and started over from the ground up. We saw when she said that, you know, that everybody know Martell will let her take no furniture out that house, nor her clothes, nothing. That she had to start with an apartment first. She said her kids were sleeping on air mattresses at first because Martell wouldn't give her the bed, he wouldn't give her the sofa out the house, no nothing. So she had to start back from the ground up with nothing. She had to buy furniture for the kids. She had to, you know, get a bigger place, but she stayed in that apartment until she built herself back up. And now she's back on top, a millionaire by herself. And we've seen her journey on the television. So it's not nothing fabricated that she made up. We've seen her piece by piece rebuild her life and her businesses. And I think that's what those women on that show don't like. That she did this by herself without a husband and became a millionaire again by herself. That's why I think these women are jealous of her. They calling her bougie and things like that. You know, that's just my, you know, take on it. Why, you know, they don't, you know, jive with her. Yeah, and then there's another thing. Like I said, y'all know I'm all about women empowerment, but you can't believe nothing that Trish says because Trish can look at you right in your face and tell a lie. Then when you catch her in a lie, she got an excuse to why she lied. Then she tell another lie, she got an excuse to why she did that. So every time she lie about everything, and then when you catch her, she'll say this why she said this. So you really can't believe nothing Trish says. Or Destiny. So I don't know how they think this is going to go for them by doing these going on tour talking about AB use when everybody knows they lied. Then they also had an article out about millimeters and male supporters. It was something to the tune of, do you think that Melody supporters or millimeters will try to tarnish Love and Marriage Huntsville if it comes back on without Melody? I don't give a shit about that if it comes back on without Melody. Long as Melody not over there, what am I gonna go over there and try to tarnish their show for? I'm not going to be watching it for that matter. I think I saw this on TikTok channel or somebody else's channel where they had an article. I forgot what that lady name was. Why would the millimeters or the male supporters try to tarnish Love and Marriage Huntsville if Melody's not on there? We're not even going to be watching it. Just saying. She showed better. Open her eyes, because she's going to be the easy target for Destiny. And while, she was mad at Melanie and whoever else, she done told Destiny everything. So she better not make Destiny mad or say nothing out of the way, because Destiny gonna tell everything. Like Letitia didn't know Destiny was gonna tell what happened in that limo. If it did happen, Letitia wasn't expecting her to come out on that stage and say that. And did you see how Marcel looked at her? Like, why the fuck did you tell her that? I didn't believe nothing. Sheboygan says Shabongwan says she's not a victim of DB. In my opinion, she's just as aggressive as Ken and Marquise. Yes, she is. Well, Marquise said that she a fight. So that's what Marquise said, that she fights. Yep, Destiny chose wrong. She got on the wrong team, all of them. Right. So Destiny has to disrespect her first for her to see that Destiny ain't no damn good. Yep, Trisha, even Ken and Marquise, I think they short of a six-pack. I don't think they'll ever go to the top. Allegedly and for entertainment purposes only. Yeah, I don't know why she lies. Either you're a grown woman. If you had sex with Martell, you just had sex with him. What the hell we supposed to say? Even though you married to Marquise, y'all said y'all separated. You were Ken and having sex with him, so what's the difference? Just saying. I'm through with Love I'm on as well. So I don't know why they think that the millimeters or male supporters will try to tarnish the show or do something to the show. I don't care the shit what they do over there. I'm curious about how they will wave Melanie into their storylines. I don't think they're going to be able to say nothing about Melanie's likenesses or her name on none of the shows. I think her lawyer, allegedly and for entertainment purposes only, has sent them paperwork. The same thing Akeisha did when they left Bell Collective. She said her attorney will be sending you over paperwork. They don't want their name mentioned or their likeness. Yep, don't nobody give a shit about that show no more. The camera coming, Tisha's way will be astounding. Yeah, so I want to say, I think CK might tell Marceau, Letitia, Kimmy, and Maurice that they're going to have to expose their real life to keep the show going. They're going to have to talk about their infidelities on the show to keep the show going. So if he give them an ultimatum, either y'all talk about your real life, about the infidelities, or the show going to be canceled. What do you think it's going to be? Yep, they're not going to be able to do it. That's the only way I can see the show could come back. If without Melody, if Carlos gave them an ultimatum, either they talk about their infidelity or the show is going to be gone. I think so. The problem with Trish and Destiny's DV claims, they are friendly with a convicted AV user, Martell, and neither one of them have denounced what he's done. Correct. You said Martell will always speak on her. Okay. I heard Mill's lawyer sent paperwork, but they tried to slip some flippantly talk about her. They will get dragged. Yes, I think they're going to try to spin it another way without saying her name. Probably say, "Yeah, I know who we're talking about." You know, something to that effect. Because I caught that how Wanda was saying Melanie Holt instead of Melanie Rogers. And if they try to say that she said Melanie name, she could say, "I didn't say anything about Melanie. I said Melanie Hope. Melanie Hope don't exist no more. But, you know, she's Melanie Rogers now." I could see that. They have articles about how the millimeter supported Melody. Oh, if y'all could send those to me, I would really appreciate it. Or let me know where I can look that information up at. I have a question I'm curious about in IG DMs. Does it show the whole first and last name? If you put it that way, or if you got like a username that you're using, so if you put your first and last name, it'll show up that way. Or if you got a username, it'll show up that way. Yes, Carmen, you know, they was expecting Melanie when she left her marriage to follow her face. They expected her in Martell to crawl back to him. They thought that he was really doing everything for the household when it was really Melody, you know, trying to, you know, put Martell up to look good when he wasn't doing shit. Oh, okay. It depends on how you set it up. Yes, Patricia, he wants more money. Martell wants more money to be on that show. But he should quit because who he gonna have drama with? Melanie's not on there anymore. Nobody wants to film with him unless it's Destiny. So yes, he's holding out hope. Get a clue that Melanie. You just said he just said he gonna wait 5 more years. Yeah, he's not supposed to speak on her. Yes, T talk with your girl. I was over there in her live, listening to. I was trying to do the playback. Yeah, so he's holding out hope for the 5 years that Melanie is going to come back to him. Yeah, he owed Melanie court fees already, and then when they go to court this time, you know, Melanie can ask for more court fees for him to pay for it, for him to pay for it. One that calling her Melanie Hope is still talking about her. That will not fly in the court of law. Melanie Holt and Melanie Rogers are the same person, right, Patricia? But you know, she thinks she's smart. They can speak on her married name or her name. Okay. If he continues to speak about her now that she's no longer on the show, it will prove what CC's have stated. The show is centered around male. The cast have no storylines. Right. But, you know, if they bring it back, everybody's going to see that is surrounding around Melanie. Everybody's going to see. Let him hold his breath waiting on Melanie. You know, Melanie already said that she got a man that he just don't know who it is. Yeah, she studied on the sidelines waiting. Martell said that he was going to marry her. When? When he's supposed to marry you, sweetie? He married Melanie within a year. And you've been sitting on the sidelines for 10 years. He still ain't married you. And make sure you guys, when you come in, to give me a thumbs up. I would really appreciate it. And if you're not a member, a subby, we would love to have you as a T-drop. And guys, if you have not watched my other videos, I encourage you guys to watch those as well and give me a thumbs up as well. And if you're not a subby, we would love to have you as a T-drop. Yes, Melanie has really came a long way. She's just imagine from you going from not being a millionaire to building yourself up now to become a millionaire by yourself without no husband, without no man, just you and your hard work, and doing it with 4 kids. Now you know that's boss. To dissolve all of your business with your husband and then boss back up like that by yourself with 4 kids and become a millionaire again, baby, that's a boss move right there. Yes, that's a boss move. You said as long as Mel is single, Martell won't be marrying anyone. Coleslaw is going to be waiting a long time. She sure is. Sure is. He ain't gonna marry her. She can't take care of him. She ain't got no funds to take care of him with. Martell want women who got something going on, businesses, or can take care of him. Because he don't want to work. He don't want to do nothing. He wants to be a kept man. Allegedly and for entertainment purposes, my very own opinion. Let's see, who else we didn't talk about? Dr. Heavenly. We're going to talk about her and her husband, Damien. Now, I give all credit to her. There's not a lot of black dentists, and then her husband is a doctor. That's the American dream, to have 2 successful parents. But Dr. Heavenly needs to see somebody. Really. Because whatever her mother and her sister did to her, and even though she's had these surgeries, she done got her body fixed, she looks nice. I don't want to take that away from her. But when she opens up her mouth to speak, just all get them. Like she ain't went to dentist, like she ain't went to school to be no dentist, like she ain't got no degrees, like she don't know how to talk to people. Everything that come out her mouth is just hateful. And all of that rage and hate she got is from her mother and her sister and them not liking her, not loving her, not treating her right. So when she see other pretty women, I believe she look at them as her mother and her sister all over again, treating her wrong, making fun of her. Because believe it or not, a lot of people who are big and then they got the bypass surgeries and things like that, when they look in the mirror, they still see themselves as big. They mind haven't got there yet. It's like their mind's playing tricks on them. Like they know they had the surgeries, but they still see themselves as being big. And the trauma that she went through with her mama and her sister, I don't think she ever got any help for it. I think Dr. Damon needs to send her to some type of inpatient care or have her sit on somebody's couch maybe 3 or 4 times a week. Because all that rage and anger that she got from her mother and her sister, she takes it out on the other cast members or other nice looking women. You know, like I said, I like quad and I like true T. There's nothing wrong with, you know, true T doesn't want her butt done or her stomach done. She's going to be natural. There's no shame in that. But then when people put up pictures of Dr. Heavily, how big she was and stuff like that, then she gets angry. But then you want to come on here and body shame Sweet Tea, talking about she got a flat ass, a big back, and a big stomach. Now people start keep putting up that picture of you, how big you was and how you used to look. You don't like it. So why are you body shaming another woman? If you wanted to come at that lady, you could have went at her in other ways. She didn't come at you and calling you big back or anything like that. You could have came at her a different way. Dr. Hemley needs some help, y'all. Right. She said you will never know her man. Get a clue. I wonder what it will take for Paramount to wake up and see she's wasting her life on a man that openly stated he won't marry her. He basically stated he's staying over. Okay. I think it would take for Martell to go to jail for some years for Coleslaw to probably leave him alone. He would have to be put in jail for some years for her to go on about her business. That's the only thing that to me, either both of them have to go to jail or he has to go to jail for them to leave each other alone, allegedly and for entertainment purposes only. I think that's the only way, y'all. What y'all think? You say he better go back to doing lawn care? Yeah, that's the only thing it seems like he can do because people in that town don't trust him no more. Oh, yeah. They're trying to get rid of Section 8. They're trying to, with the food stamps, they're going to make it where you can't buy sugary foods and snacks and stuff like that. It's going to be all healthy food. Section 8, you're only going to be able to be on there for 2 or 3 years. After that, you got to go. And then also they're going to cut your food stamps in half. Where these people getting these $1,000 worth of food stamps, you're not going to be able to get that no more. Also, you have to at least work 32 or 35 hours a week in order to get food stamps. You just can't get food stamps. If you don't work, you're not going to get no food stamps. You have to work at least 32 to 35 hours a week to get food stamps. And y'all know how they have WIC where you can only get certain milk, certain juice. That's how they feel to have the food stamps now. Yep, they're going to have the food stamps like that. But if they get rid of section, there's going to be a lot of angry Angelos. Actually, I'm sure some of those voted for the fraud in the office. Oh yeah, they they ain't playing. There's gonna be no more getting $1,000 worth of stamps. They're gonna cut the stamps in half, and also you got to work 30-some hours, 32 or 35 hours a week to even get stamps. Like these people who be at home and stuff, who don't work and just get stamps, or some of these men who are homeless and don't work and they just get stamps. There's no more of that. Got to find a job somewhere, even if they got to put you somewhere. You have to work to get the stamps. No, I could never be a friend with happening either. Hello, CEO Finance. Hey there, I'm a mortgage loan license in Alabama. I have You said I have several clients in Huntsville and Baby. Oh, I do tell. Marceau and Martell's names are no good with Huntsville community. To be honest, they added no value to the town. They shouldn't, because Martell allegedly for entertainment purposes and ripped off all these people. And that's why when they say that Forbes say Letitia worth 10,000, and she got real estate and properties, and Marcel is worth 5 million, and he's some type of a real estate developer or something, and he worth $5 million. They got properties. I thought that's just hard for me to believe. And CEO Finance, welcome everybody. Welcome CEO Finance Queen. Yeah, and also in Huntsville, did y'all hear that, that program they got for your heat and electric that they give you, like, it was some type of grant Huntsville was getting. So Trump stopped, excuse me, I don't want to say his name. The orange man stopped the program. They want their money back. So they were going to those people's accounts, taking the money back that they got through the program. Did y'all hear that? Girl, I've been asking people. I have a client that grew up with Martell, and he said what Tisha said is true. Laugh out loud. Thank you for the welcome, Queen. Thank you. Thank you for coming over here. Now, you said what Tisha said is true. Now, what do you mean by what she said about the limo or CEO Finance? About what? What did Tisha say? Can you elaborate on that if you don't mind? Ooh. Oh, with the man. Oh, really? Oh. Look, I'm telling y'all, Martell got allegedly for entertainment purposes only. I think he's bi because he just got some type of sugar in his tank. Is that wrong with that if you bi or gay? But I'm saying he got some type of sugar in his tank. Okay, no problem. Thank you. I think he sounded like he got. Yeah, on CK interview. Yep. He always with them tight clothes on because he almost split them pants on that reunion. On the reunion, he almost split those pants. They were so tight. I'm telling y'all, that's why I think he's been looking at Marquise, allegedly for entertainment purposes only. That's no. Yes, he acts like a queen. Yeah, them pants he had on the reunion, he even said they was too tight. That's why he wasn't making those sudden movements with those pants on. He said they were too tight. Yeah, those pants. If Martell would have got up there and started jumping around on that stage, them pants would have been no more good. Them pants would have been split right down the middle. Wherever he got the suit from, Temu, wherever, he got it too little. The suit was too little. He got the suit too little. If he would have made any sudden type of movement or whatever, jumped up and down, he would have split them pants in half. Yeah, he had on tank suit. And you see he got all the colors. Somebody said it was at Temu on sale. No, it doesn't look like he's lifting weights or anything anymore. Yep, Temu. He got that suit in all colors. Right. Nell ain't gonna put taking no Temu suit. And you know another thing, he's jealous of his son. He knows his son is gonna have a good life. And the way that Tank the way that Melanie treat Tank, he wished that Marlene treated him that way. The affection and the love she had for Tank. That's why he's so jealous of Tank. because of how close Mel and Tank are and how Mel treats him, and even how Tank treats Melanie. He watches out for Melanie and his sister now. Yes, I told you she could spill the tea and let us know what's going on, Patricia. Let us know what's going on. You said Martell and Destiny look physically different because their narcissist masks have fallen off and we see the demon inside. Yes, the demon's inside. He wouldn't let Melody have the furniture, but I haven't seen it since the wine tasting season. He still got the furniture, but I think the houses that they're filming in right now are rental houses. That gray sectional, and then that glass dinette set. But I think he got some new chairs. He said he got some new chairs for it. Yep, he know Tank is gonna have the world in his hands. His mama gonna make sure of it. Make sure of that. Yes. One of my clients said that Black closed and they only open for events, but it's normally dark over there at night and the weekends. Really? Yeah, because the only time we see Black is open is during like events or things like that. Yes, Patricia T. I think that's what she was talking about as well. Yeah, that great section on. You remember, allegedly and for entertainment purposes only. He's trying to say Melanie put fluid on there, but we know why she did that. So, because you stole that $17,000. So we all know why she did that. And remember, if you're not a subby, we would love to have you as a tea drop. And you know what? If Melanie wasn't so strong like she was, other women probably would have went crazy. They probably would have went crazy. They probably would have went crazy. Just from all the stuff he's taken her through. They've been divorced for 5 years, but it don't seem like they are divorced. It's like one thing after another. She's back. They go to court, what? Every 2 or 3 months they're in court. And it's not Melanie that's doing it. Melanie's moved on with her life. It's Martell. Anything Melanie do, he write down on what the motherfucking penny loafers on, burning a hole in that pavement, getting up to the Madison County Courthouse to file some type of papers on her. But he had when SW came down. Okay. A lot of people have confirmed that Black is not open for normal business. Okay. The way Lucifer edited that show, he makes it look like Mel is worried about Martell when she's not. Right. That part 3 we got, I told y'all, that wasn't how it was supposed to go. Stormy, in my opinion, and for entertainment purposes only, I think they got into it. Y'all remember, We did not see nobody bringing no receipts out. We didn't see nobody, people leaving the stage to go get your phone. We didn't see none of that. All that was edited out, allegedly, and for entertainment purposes only. Right. Yes, I would like to be in there too, but you know, we have BT on boots on the ground. She usually tries to go and let us know what's going on. Yes, that's our Annie, Miss BT. She goes and let us know what's going on. All right, guys. It looks like we've been on here going on 3 hours, and I usually try not to do that, but I don't know. I just get to talking to y'all, and I just stay on here for a while. But I'm getting ready to get all call it a night, and we'll be back on here tomorrow. Also, I'm gonna try to get some more information on Kelly Bryant with those poor little 3 babies. I'm gonna have some more information about that. I'm not going to talk about the surviving Lake Lanier because we're going to talk about that Friday with drinks in the chat. So, and then I want you guys to look at it if you can too. You know, if you can't get through all of it, get through some of it so we can talk about it Friday. It's called Surviving Lake Lanier. That's in Atlanta. That's where Usher's stepson passed away at. He drowned there. So it's on Prime. It's called Surviving Lake Lanier. It's on Prime. So if you got Prime, it's on there. And we're going to talk about it Friday on Drinks in the Chat. Melanie, don't think MH. Yeah, so we're going to talk about that Friday. If you guys looking for surviving Lake Lanier, it's on Prime. Also, I'm going to be getting some more information about Nazaya, so we can talk about that tomorrow, and some more information about Kelly Bryant, the woman who left the 3 kids in the home. The home got to be condemned. And I don't know how they're going to do that because it's too, you know, each side there is a townhouse. And they said the house is not livable. So I don't know how. Well, maybe they're going to have to gut the whole house out because they can't tear the house down because there's other condos on each side of it. So they're going to have to gut that house out. That's my thought. All right. Good night, my member. Pat Dryer 64. Good night, Thelma, my member. Oh, thank you, Loretta. I love you guys too. Fiona's finance queen. I wish Mel won't have questions. Trisha, they would have to get someone else to do it. They actually set Mel up, in my opinion. I think so too. And they trying to spin it like Melody still want Martell and like she concerned about who he slept with. Melody don't give no shits about Martell. What the hell she want Martell for? But they edited it out to make it look that way. Mel could care 2 shits about Martell. Me either. I don't know why the neighbors didn't smell anything or think anything was suspicious. They know somebody lived in that house and they didn't see anybody coming or going. They didn't see anybody move in or out. So they should have known something was up. And let's see here. And they had the nerve to have a stage bartender. I can't with these broke bums. Right. Like I said, look it up. They trying to say Tisha worth 10 million and Marcel worth 5 million. But we know that's made up. And Melanie is worth 2 million. Now, you know that's a damn lie. Like I did a thing on that before where they were saying Martell was worth $10 million. It's on my channel that I did that. I did a live on that. They had it that Martell had all type of cars, properties, and all this shit. I'm like, where do y'all get this shit from? Y'all know Martell is broke as a fucking joke. What properties? What cars? Where's this $10 million that he's supposed to have? All right, guys, I will see you guys tomorrow. Good night. And if you didn't give me a thumbs up when you came in, if you can give me one on your way out, if you can also share the video. And then also, if you're not a subby, we would love to have you as a T-drop. I will see you guys tomorrow. You guys have a good night. And I will see you guys tomorrow.